Hello, 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 my dear Virgo, Sun and Moon Rising. I'm Maria the Clairvoyant, and I'm gonna be doing a personal videos for all of you um, to describing your personality traits and things that you need to learn and you need to adjust depending on how each of you are ruling your life. Virgo, I want to tell you also that all of us are here for a purpose. How we evolve depends on our own chart. Our birth chart depends a lot of who we are also. We're here to learn the lesson, and hopefully we are able to learn the lesson well. Okay, Virgo, I'm gonna start by saying your traits. You're an earth sign. You're mutable. Your colors are gray, beige, and pale yellow. Your day of the week is Wednesday. Your ruler planet is Mercury. Your compatibility signs that you may be more compatible to is Pisces and Cancer. Your birthday is between August 23rd and September 22nd. With that said, I want you to pinpoint your positive parts or your strength part of your sign. In the tarot, you're represented by the Hermit. This is who you are in the tarot cards, okay? This is the Hermit. You're a very loyal person, analytical. You're kind, you're hardworking, you're practical. You like animals. You like healthy foods, you like books, you like nature, you like cleanness. You don't like people that are rude. You don't like to ask for help, or you don't like to take care others. Okay, so it really depends on the situation. So maybe as you grow old that might change, but maybe in the younger stage you might not be too much of a caring person. The Virgo also represents the Virgin, which is a very constructive sign. So they like to build things. They like to have the well-being of everyone around them. They do criticize other people. They're very critical to other people's behaviors. They're so critical with other people that they even criticize themselves. Okay, so it's very common for a Virgo to go to somebody's house and start criticizing the table, the picture frame. Why is that there? Get rid of that. And it's like that's part of who they are. Sometimes Virgos don't even love themselves enough, or they don't how can I put it, their value for themselves is now, they don't worth themselves. They feel like they're worthless at time, even though. And so that's like what the opposite that Leo has, which is the prior sign, that they pride themselves too much even if they're losers. Okay, so they a Virgo will fight to the end for what they believe. So whatever their belief system is, they're gonna believe to the end. Even though they're mutable sign, when it comes to their beliefs, they won't change that. Okay, they're very strong-minded, very sensible. The weaknesses is that they're shy, over analytical, and it's all work no play. But as they grow older, I notice that very much Virgos tend to be into play and work as hard as they play. They're very concerned about their personal security with themselves and the family. Most of the Virgos don't have a problem with financial security or financial stability because they're very much financially well. Okay, the Virgos, they have a very, very strong budget. They like to have money everywhere, or not everywhere, but meaning like they are, if they don't have to buy it, or if they buy it at a lesser price, they won't buy it. Okay, they have this fear of being poor. So that's the reason why they tend to be very tight with their money, because they have a fear of being poor, of not having money, or not having enough money. They tend to be good at reading people. Virgos can like just look at a person and read that person. Okay, they tend to get sick very much. Maybe they have allergies or something to that effect, but they might have something that is a chronic illness, a chronic disease. If they have arthritis, they're going to have pain all the time. If they have some kind of allergies, they're going to be with a nose problem, eyes problem, whatever it is. They like to be very clean in their space. They have panic with the all kinds of bugs, germs, anything. So again, if this is a positive Virgo, if it's the negative, it's the opposite of what I'm saying. So if a Virgo is a negative Virgo, he's gonna be a very dirty person. He might not even want to clean. So remember that anything that I'm saying here in the positive is always gonna be the negative. The opposite will be the negative of it. They're not into drugs. They're not into. They're very physical, like sensitivity wise, and the physical body. They're very sensitive wise. Like I said, they're not into drugs. However, if they're in the positive and the negative aspect of Virgo, they will do drugs. Okay, the negative Virgo will be doing coke, marijuana, whatever it is that is out there, all kinds of drugs. However, the positive thing, Virgo, I'm sorry, that is positive within himself and loves his body, will not put an ounce of anything that can damage their physical body. Remember that. Some of them, like I said before, they might have asthma problems, allergy problems. So they are sensitive to nature. They need to go to the forest. They need to go to the trees. They need to go to a farm. They need to go to a park and breathe that fresh air. Then, if they can, it's very good for Virgo to take their shoes off and walk on grass. It's very healthy for them. It's very grounding. It's very healing. And if they can hug a tree that they have nearby their house or whatever, it's good to hug a tree. Hugging a tree is very healthy, believe it or not. And it doesn't have to be Virgo only that could do that. Any sign that doesn't feel grounded and feels like they don't know what to do, they're up in the air, could go to a tree, hug it, and say, Mother Earth, please help me ground myself. So your spirits and your chakras balance and ground you. Okay? And you have to ask for, like I said, positive energy to the tree, so the Mother Earth can send you positive energy through the tree. Virgos tend to be very loners. They communicate well, and it's also a very nervous sign too. They might be sitting down somewhere, meanwhile their physical body nerve system is out of control. They're very good co-workers. They're very peace, tranquil. They like to meditate. Some of them could be very spiritual. They like very good foods. Not just good in the sense that they have to be healthy foods. Some of them can turn to be doctors. They could be nurses. Anything that has to do with either health field of the physical health or the spiritual health. So they could become like healers too. Like if they look to do something to that in that path, they could be a very good helpers of spiritual healing. They don't like discrimination. I don't know if I did tell you, but Virgos is between August 23rd and September 20. Yeah, I think I did tell them too. They like to high into education. Virgos can be a good teachers. They like fine arts, music. They're very humble and they're very good as creators. Like I said before, they like a spiritual life. Can be a Virgo can easily be a clergyman, or it can also go into the pastor. I mean, if you don't believe in this, you shouldn't be watching this, but they could be a priest, a clergyman, teachers, something to that effect. They have very strong moral ethics. They're genius when they want to be. They could be artists. They're very strong in their current character and very, very dominating. Some of them could be physicians, surgeons, or judges, like I said. The other part of the negative Virgo is that they could be the biggest liars. They could just imagine, think, and don't manifest it. They will not be a creator. They will make false statements of things that could have been a positive. They're ruled by Mercury, so because of that, they could be good writers, good speakers, good typists. Okay, and their mission is life is to help, and they're gonna be caregivers. So they might be nurses or things to that effect. Virgos like justice. And if they fall too many times in trying to do something, let's say in a relationship part, let's say they are with a person once, twice and more, and they tried and tried and tried and tried to the point that it gets that they will walk away. So don't be surprised if they're in a relationship with you. They could be either your husband, your wife, your child, your father, your mother, and you continue to do the same things over and over and over again, Virgo will walk away. And the negative part of Virgo is that they will turn into drugs. Like I said before, the same way they like healthy stuff, they will do the opposite. Okay, so they don't like drugs, a positive Virgo, but if he's a negative, he will do drugs. And they will do substance abuse very strong. Very similar to a Scorpius. And they will separate from people that they love. And they will criticize and end any relationship they have with anyone. So with that said, I want to tell you that Virgo could go into drugs. Like I said, they're very much they like to be in education. They like to educate themselves. They have faith. They could be, if they find the right partner, 90% of the time Virgo will marry that person. They have very strong bond for family. And if they find the right person as a lover or friend, they will be faithful to that person to the fullest. So with that said, Virgo, take care of yourself. Love and light. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.